What is geometric sequence?
Mathematics, a geometric progression, also known as a geometric sequence, is a sequence of non-zero number where each term after the first is fixed by multiplying the previous one by a fixed non-zero number called the common ratio.
A geometric sequence is a sequence of numbers in which the ratio between consecutive terms is constant, where r is the common ratio between successive terms. Example 2, 6, 18, 54, 162, 486, 1458.
A geometric sequence goes from one term to the always multiplying or dividing by the same value. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 is geometric because each step multiplies by 2, and 81, 27, 9, 3, 1 and 31 is geometric because each step divides by 3.
Why is it called geometric sequence?
Apparently, the expression geometric progression comes from the geometric mean. A Euclidean notion of segment of length A and B, it is the length of the sides C of a square whose area is equal to the area of the rectangle of sides A and B.
A geometric sequence can also have a smaller and smaller value. Example, 4, 2, 1, 0.5, 0.25, and so on. This sequence has a factor of 0.5 a half between each number. Its rule is xn equals 4x times 0.5 n minus 1.
What is meaning of finite?
So the definition of finite is having a limits or bounds. In mathematics, particularly set theory, a finite set is a set that has a finite number of elements. Informally, a finite set is a set which one could in principle count and finish counting.
Example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is a finite set with 5 elements. Another example, a set of all points on a line.
A function is finite, it never assigns infinity to any element in its domain. What is meaning of infinite?
Infinite is limitless or endless in space, extent, or size. It is impossible to
Measure or calculate.
In mathematics, infinity is the concept describing something which is larger than the natural number. It generally refers to something without any limit.
This concept is predominantly used in the field of physics and math, which is relevant in the number of fields. Example, the sequence of natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, which is endless. Another example, consider a fractional number 1/3. When you perform division operation on this number, we can get result 3333, where the number 3 is repeated indefinitely. Example of finite problem solving. Example number 1. Each person has two parents and each of those parents has two parents and so on. How many ancestors does a person have if we go back 10 generations? Solution. We start with two parents, so that is a sub 1. The common ratio is also 2 and we are considering 10 generation, that is n equals to 10. The formula has you substitute. S10 is equals to 2 times 1 minus 10 raised to 10 over 1 minus 2. And then after you substitute, you can solve. And you solve that 2 raised to 10 is equals to negative 2046. And then subtract mo yung nasa baba, which is tinatawag na denominator. And then pagkatapos may subtract yung 1 minus 2, ilagay mo sa baba ng negative 2046. And then next, you divide. You divide the negative 2046 over negative 1 is equals to positive 2046. So in each person has 2046 ancestor going back to 10 generation. Second example. Find the first term and the nth term. Rule for a geometric sequence in which the sum of the first term is 242 and the common ratio is 3. Solution. Substitute what we know into the formula for the sum and solve for the first term. And then you substitute. And after you substitute, you can solve. 240 equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus 3 raised to 5 over 1 minus 3. And you can solve the 3 raised to 5. And pag nakuha mo yung 3 raised to 5 minus mo sa 1 is equals to negative 242. And then yung nasa baba din, 1 minus 3 is equals to negative 2. And then you divide. And then pag natapos mo na divide is ilagay mo yung total, and then magiging first term niya is 2. The first term is 2 and an is equals to 2 times 3 raised to n minus 1. And next is example of infinite problem solving. Example number 1. You are finding S10 for the series 3 minus 6 plus 12 minus 24 plus whose common ratio is negative 2. The formula is Sn equals to a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r. And then you substitute. S10 is equals to 3 times 1 minus 1 times 2 raised to 10 over minus negative 2 is equals to 3 times 1 minus 1024 over 3 is equals to negative 23. Example number 2. Find the S10 of geometric sequence 24, 12, 16. First is find the R. R is equals to R2 over R1 equals to 12 over 24. And yung 12 over 24, pwede mo siyang i-reduce in 1/2. Kaya ang magiging common ratio na is 1/2. Now find the sum. 24 times 1 minus 1/2 raised to 10 over 1 minus 1/2 is equals to 3,669 over 64.